Afternoon, folks. Just watched Chelsea beat Fulham 2-1. So just going to do a quick eye test podcast for it. Team news first of all. 5 changes made by Sarri. So keeper came back in goal and had a very good game. David Luiz was benched, so a big shock there. Christensen played instead. David Luiz stayed on the bench for the whole game, so a zero pointer there. Anyone who has him, someone's going to be coming in off your bench, hopefully. Pedro was dropped to the bench as well, with Willian coming back in. Marcos Alonso wasn't in the squad at all, so Emerson played at left back again. So it's hard to know what's going on with Alonso now. We might find out maybe there's an injury, but no sign of it anywhere yet on social media. And the final change was Ross Barkley started ahead of Kovacic, so those two tend to rotate this season. Very similar players for Fulham. Not much point talking about Fulham anyway, because very few of us are going to be looking to their players. The only change they made was Ryan Sessegnon came back into the starting 11, and he had a goal ruled out in the 94th minute for offside, so it was very close to a 2-2 draw, but just slightly offside right at the death. Fulham under Scott Parker for the first time, where it's probably the best I've seen them play this season. They created a lot of chances, and they're probably unlucky not to get something from the game. I mentioned Kepa had a very good game in goal. He denied Hazard and Higuain on quite a few occasions. He made some very good saves. I've slated him quite a few times this season, Rico, but he had a very good game today. The goal scorers, Higuain got on the score sheet in the first half, and Jorginho scored a great goal as well for Chelsea. Callum Chambers with a goal for Fulham. Higuain, he passed the eye test for me today. He still lacks a bit of sharpness. He still looks pretty rusty on certain occasions, but he took his goal very well. It was a clinical finish from a world-class striker, and he should have really had more. Owners will be disappointed with just one from him today. Similar to me as a Hazard owner, disappointed just to get an assist, because Hazard again played very well, created a few chances, and had a very good chance himself on his left foot, which Rico made a good save from. So disappointing to get just the 5 points from Hazard. He's fighting it out, it looks like, with Azpilicueta for a bonus point, so it's probably going to be either 5 or 6 for Hazard. Most likely 5, I would imagine. Hazard was subbed off early as well, 73 minutes. Pretty frustrating, because maybe he would have got something more towards the end of the game. Pedro came on for him. No surprise really, because Hazard, he did play 120 minutes in the cup final. Then he played 59, the famous 59 minutes last time out. And I think Sarri had said, or maybe it was Hazard himself, that he was struggling in that game. So it's no surprise to see him get taken off early in this one. Mitrovic had his chances as well. Probably should have got himself at least one goal today, but he was denied on quite a few occasions. Good saves from Kepa. Apart from that, not an awful lot to take away from it. David Luiz benching was an odd one. I would expect him to come back in for the next game. I'm eyeing him up for the blanks. Hazard I'll be keeping. He's a pretty frustrating asset, but I've said many times before, if he's a player, you just keep him all season to get the benefit. So hopefully he'll come good in 31 and 33. Higuain I'm definitely interested in. A lot of people were weighing up Vardy versus Higuain this week. I said I like both of them. Both of them got on the score sheet today. So I am keeping a close eye on both of those guys. Vardy did go off with some kind of injury. I think it might have been a head knock possibly, so I think he'll be okay for the next game. I only seen the second half of that Leicester game. Leicester seemed pretty poor to me. Watford have been great this season anytime I've seen them, so no surprise to see them come out on top there. I'm going to go now and watch the Merseyside derby. So I'll come back with an eye test podcast this evening for that one. I didn't watch any games yesterday. I was away for the day, switched off all day, and endured another painful match of the day experience with Pogba as captain. So just my luck this season. Captain Pogba for the first time, and he goes and misses a penalty. So what I do, I've recorded a few games from Saturday, so I probably watch them Monday, Tuesday, and if I do, I'll record a few eye test pods for those ones as well. So enjoy the derby, and I'll talk to you all later, folks.